What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video we're drawing Koba from the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. For today's lesson we'll need some white paper and a pencil. I'm going to start today's drawing with this 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick. Now the easiest way I find to draw any portrait is to start with the basic shapes and proportions first before we get into the details. So let's start by sketching a line coming down the center of our page. We'll start from the very top in the middle. Just going to lightly work our way down using these short lines. Just pulling the pencil down towards us. Let's go back to the center and draw another line going across from left to right. And we don't want to go too dark because we'll eventually erase this out. Now I'm going to use these two lines to help us create a circle in the center of our page to define the size of the skull. So from the center point, let's move up, mark this off right about here. And then we're going to measure this distance from the center down towards the bottom. And then we'll repeat that across this horizontal line. So measuring the distance from the center over towards the left, and then over towards the right. Let's connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create our circle. And the circle doesn't have to be perfect, we're just using this as a guide. We can always go back and smooth this out. Let's continue to break down the basic shape by adding a line coming down the side of our circle. So we'll start with the left, coming all the way down towards the bottom, and we'll extend it up towards the top. Now I'm going to add one more line going across the bottom of our circle from left to right. Now with our circle and guidelines in place, let's start blocking out the facial features. Now the eyes are going to sit along the center line, so we're going to step down to right about here. Let's mark off the top of the nose with a straight line. Let's move out towards the side, angle the nose, coming down and out. Pull this down and then in towards the bottom of our circle. Now from the center, we're going to add two lines, one going up towards the left and one on the right for the nostrils. Let's take this center line and curve the brow. We're going to come down in the middle and then bend that back up towards the right. Let's leave a gap in the center, draw two lines, one going up on the left and one on the right. Now you want to tuck the eyes in underneath the brow. So from this point, we're going to step all the way out, draw a straight line going across. And we're just going to line that up on the right side. And then from the outside, we're going to draw the eye coming down and just tuck that up underneath. Let's add that dark circle around the eye. From the outside, we're just going to curve this around, underneath, and just pull that up towards the inside of the brow. And do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to go back up to the top of the nose, just going to angle this down and then out towards that bottom line. And then from here, draw a straight line coming down. Let's go back to the bottom of the nose. We're going to move all the way down. Just going to locate the top edge of the mouth right about here. Draw a straight line going across. Now we're going to take these 2 points and connect it with a curve coming down towards the bottom of the chin and then back up. Now I want to lift the ears all the way up towards the top of the head. So right up here, I'm just going to curve this up and out. Line that up on the right. You want to round out the ear, come down, and then in towards the side of the head. Now right where the ear meets that brow line, I'm just going to curve the shoulders, going out and then down. I'm going to add some volume to the hair going around the jaws. Let's start from the inside of the ear. Start by coming down and then out. Bend this down and then in towards the side of the chin. We're also going to bulk out the hair along the top. Starting on top of the ear, and go up in the middle, go across and then back down. Now with our rough sketch in place, let's go back and erase some of these guidelines. Now that we cleaned up our drawing, we're going to use this rough sketch as a guide to help us layer on some more details and refine the shapes. Now I'd like to start with the eyes. We'll start by adding the inside of the brow. Just going to bend this in and up. And we're just going to layer some more detail in between as we go. And we don't need to get too detailed, we just want to capture the right expression and shapes. So working our way across the top of the brow, just adding a fold in the middle, and then bending this out towards the side. I'm just going to add some more shape to the eyelid. I want to leave the pupil until the end. Just darken up that circle going around the eyes. Also adding some wrinkles going out. Add that seam in the center of the nose. I'm going to add some more shape to the nose, starting with the top, bending this out towards the side. Also going to enhance that fold underneath. Now we're going to add some expression with the mouth. So we're going to take this line, it's going to start on the left side, we're just going to bend this up towards the right, just lifting up the corner of the mouth, and then bend this down towards the side. On the bottom lip. Now we're adding a guide for the teeth along the top. We'll add 2 fangs across the bottom. Now right here, I just want to layer the hair on top of the ears. So we're going to start at the very top of the temples. Just going to lightly work our way across, just adding some rough texture. Going out from the side of the head, going out towards the cheeks, and then just bending that down towards the bottom of the jaw. And then from the top of the head, I'm just going to add some texture, starting with the straight line going up. Now I'm just going to angle this in, going across the side of the head, and just overlapping the edges. Add a little bit of fur across the top of the shoulders. And we're just going to go back and lightly clean up our drawing before we add in our contrast. And now we're going to move it in with our 0.9mm pencil and start adding some contrast, starting with the eyes. We start with the eyelid and the brow. Just adding some folds, and we'll continue to add some more detail as we go. I'm just adding some deep cracks around the outside. I'm just going to separate the teeth in the middle. Just going to add in that gum line in the center. I'll just darken up the inside of the mouth going around the teeth. Now I'm going to start adding some texture and detail to the outside edge of the hair, going across the ear. I'm just going to fade that in. I just want to work on the shape of the fur. Coming around the jaw. I'm going to start to brush it down on the side. And tuck that fur underneath the chin. We're going to add that texture coming out from the cheekbones, working our way down. Let's add a few hairs across the chin, just overlapping the edge. I'm going to brush the head across the forehead. Make a few longer strands coming in. Then working away from the outside, coming in. I'm going to go back and lightly trace out the outside of the iris, tucked in underneath the eyelid. Go back and just darken up the edges along the top. Also adding a small highlight on the left side, and then we'll darken up the pupil. Add a little bit of shadow inside the eyes. We're just going to darken this up. Then we're going to add a dark shadow going around the eye. Starting underneath the eyelid and just feathering that out. Darken up the fur across the cheeks and just blend that out. Now with the top of the head, we just want to blend the hair coming in across the forehead. Now I'm going to add those dark markings across the face, starting with the chin, coming out from the lip. I'm going to switch back to my 9mm pencil and add some fine details. as we get near the end, we're just going to tighten up our shadows and detail, and always be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of Koba from the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single day. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.